is Oki Masato. I was born in Hiroshima, Japan, 1935. So now I'm going to 88 years old.
My God. So, where did you start climbing mountains? In Japan?
I graduated university 22 years old. In 4 years in university, I belong another club, karate. Do you know karate? Karate.
No.
Then when I graduated to university, going to join local Alpine Club. Name is Chukyo Alpine Club. And since at that time, 1953, is Everest conquered by the British.
Yes.
Then Japanese young man going to mountaineering and if possible going to Himalaya. So that is the reason I joined to the Chukyo Alpine Club. Then start many years in not only in summer season but also in winter season. Japanese winter season is very severe, just like Himalaya. Then about 35 years old, I joined to the Himalayan Alpine Association in Japan. And I have many good friends, good mountaineer. For example, Mr. Obata Yoshio and Yamada Noboru. Many Alpine Himalayan
Climbers, yes.
Then I 1975.
But between 35 and 75 you were climbing or not? You were climbing from 35 age to 75. You were climbing. Okay, carry on. What do you say?
In 1975, I going to the Mount Noon from the first Japanese team going to Mount Noon and successfully climbed the West Ridge. Then continue.
Did you go to the summit of Mount Noon? Did you climb Mount Noon?
Yeah.
You personally climbed?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
And then going to Indian Himalaya many times. The big one is 1985. Indo-Japan joint expedition to Saserkandi second. And I am a leader of the Japanese side, and Mr. Fukam Shin is ITBP people, is Indian leader. About 1 month and a half, we going to Saserkandi second. Fortunately, we climbed west peak of Saserkandi. And then I'm going to shift the unknown mountains, such as Mount Mari in Pangon Range. So every year I visited Pangon Range as the leader of the Japanese team, and Mari and Man, and then Barama country near to Kanju country area. And this 2 years ago, Pangon Range opened for foreigners. That's news. So I suddenly applied to climb that peak, Mount Merak. Merak is only one named peak in Pangon Range, unclimbed. But unfortunately, Corona started in Japan and in India also. 2 years I waited, and this year we applied the Japanese Alpine Club Tokai section. But unfortunately, Indian government not allowed to go Pangol range, so we can shift to the another peak, Mount Kang Yusei in the Ladakh range. So, of course, I sometimes going to the Pakistan peaks, but mostly I climbed in the Indian Himalaya. So Indian Himalaya is my homeland. So since 10 years ago, we started to organize mountaineering publishing section and published Indian Himalaya in Japanese, then revised version, and this year finally we published English version by the help of Mr. Harish Kapadia and also other 2-3 members. That is, I'm a very happy life.
So now, what are you doing? Now your future plan is what? After this expedition, where are you going?
Now, I am good age for enough to climb. So just to visit, and now I'm very interested in the high pass, more than 5,000 meters high. So almost 10 high pass I crossed by the car and take photograph, and I now going to the just like trekking, but not usual trekking, jeep safari. So I can possible I continue to visit India for the unknown passes, unknown village. That is my idea. But year and year, my leg is very weak, become weak, and the stamina also decrease.
Mm-hmm.
But as much as possible, I can visit India Himalaya.
Yeah.
That is my dream.
So how many trips you have made to Indian Himalaya? How many trips? 20, 30 or more?
More than 50 years ago, I started the Indian Himalaya climbing. So, at the first I climbed the big peak is in Nepal, Dhaulagiri second.
Oh,
That is 60 years ago. At that time, India Everest team, Commander Corey is a leader,
Yeah.
1965.
Hmm.
That is my good memory. But after that, I shifted to India Himalaya. So continue to India Himalaya. That means about 60 years. So I'm since 60 years, I met many Indian climbers, Mr. Harish Kapadia, and also Mr. Many good friend. That is one of my treasure. So. Not only mountaineering, but also the daily life, and also the mountain. In Japanese books, too many guidebook.
You have written
Alps.
you have written many guidebooks in Japan.
Yeah, and almost 30 Japanese Alps. The Japanese mountaineer. English book is only one. Indian Himalaya, just published. That is for me a very big event. 6 years, I how to say struggle to edit it.
Yes.
And finally, not satisfied, but mostly going to my goal. That is my great pleasure. So I thanks for all people who joined to my project.
Which is the last peak you climbed? On this trip, did you climb any peak? Climbing, mountain climbing. When did you climb your last peak?
First climb.
Last peak. Last year you climbed any peak?
Climb the peak in the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. First Kashmir.
Oh.
Also, that is the first Japanese team to climb Mount Korahoe. Mount Korahoe is already climbed by John Hunt and many British people. But
what is your name? Start with that. What is your name?
My name? Oki Masato.
Okay. And where were you born? Place of birth? You were born in Hiroshima.
Yeah, well, I was born in Hiroshima.
Okay. And then what happened during the bomb?
1935.
The bomb came, you were in Hiroshima?
Yeah. And first climbing party going to Kashmir from Srinagar, going to the north part of Srinagar and Mount Korahoe. That is our first expedition come climbing in Indian Himalaya. Fortunately, we reached the top and through the Korahoe Glacier, very beautiful glacier, and two camps on the way, and finally reached the top.
You followed the same route as Mason? Same Mason route? Kenneth Mason? Same route you followed?
Yeah, our group not employ the Sherpa. Only our member only. Three students and two graduated students. Then total 5 members. Then at that time, the Ladakh area is closed for foreigners. We never visited there. But in 1974, I was a guest researcher in Central Building Research Institute in Roorkee. I was there about 1 year there. At that time,
what was your work? What was your work? What were you doing in Roorkee?
My major is electricity, but going to the illuminating by artificial illuminating and natural illuminating, both is necessary to the building. So I shift to the daylighting, natural light technique, how to light come through the window and calculate the light or shadow in the room. That's such is my major. So I stayed Central Building Research Institute. There is one international expert, Dr. Narashon. I belong to his laboratory about 1 year. And at that time, to standardization of the sky, because from the window we can mostly to sky. So sky is just like light source. So how much light is in Japan, in India, and internationally? So I want to make standardization of the full sky. So because sky brightness change depend on the latitude, longitude. India is very huge country. So from Kolkata to Mumbai and Srinagar to Cape Comorin, travel to many places, many different longitude, latitude. So while I stayed 1 year in Central Building Research Institute, I traveled from Kolkata, Mumbai, Srinagar to Cape Comorin, about half a year to take some photo of the sky, and come back to Japan. I make international sky brightness standard. That is my doctor thesis in Kyoto University.
Well, what was it? What was the full time? What was the thesis? Sunlight. Working on sunlight was your thesis. Name. You said some name. Your thesis. What was it? Okay, it's all right. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and when come back to Japan,
Yeah, continue.
I'm very interested in the India scenery, nature, and peoples also. So I try to come again, India. Those start Mount Noon expedition by Hajj, and then that is 1971 or 4. I not clearly remembered, but those. And then climb Sasel Country second.
After Noon, you want to Sasel Country.
Sasel Country?
In Noon, who was the leader of the team?
Sasel Country?
In Noon, who was the leader?
Beyond.
Leader.
Zero.
Who was the leader of the team?
Japanese leader myself, and the Indian leader is Commander Fukam Shin.
Oh, okay.
So we make international joint expedition.
Okay.
And successfully climbed Sasel Country second west peak. And then that is a very huge party, huge group. So it's sometimes good and sometimes no good. So too many members. So I want to go 4 or 5 members small party, and I want to climb by myself way. So I changed to destination to Pangon Range. So several times I climbed to Pangon Range, Mount Mari, Mount Moon, and Mount near unnamed peak near Kanju-Kandi, highest peak in the Pangon Range. And there is all named peak was climbed already. The only one peak, Merak, is still virgin peak remained. So 2018, Indian government opened those areas for tourists. So I came to research work of the Mount Merak, and I stayed about 1 month those area, and then next year 2019, is also I came again. The other side, the Pangon Lake side, the other side, all. And I organized one climbing team in 2020, but at that time is a Olympic game is in Tokyo. So and also many how to say political discussion was occurred in Tokyo. So it is impossible to come to India for climbing. So postponed 2020, 29 closed by the corona. Yeah, so 2 years. And 22 this year, finally we applied. But as you know, Mount Merak is not accepted for Indian government. That's very sad news. And then shift to Kanyuse area, and we climbed to not big peak, small peak, and by the Himalayan Journal 76-2021, there are 4 expedition report Kanyuse area. One is in the winter season, so maybe Indian climber also interested in this area in winter season. So when I come back to Tokyo, I make some official report to Alpine Club, Japanese Alpine Club. It is one of the advantage for Japanese young climber come to India. I hope that is my duty. That's all.
So now, how is your family? Your wife is alive? Your wife is there? Your wife?
My wife? Oh, unfortunately, my wife, about 6 years before, died by the liver cancer. First come to the chest cancer, then to transfer to the other place, several places, and 2 years in the hospital, and finally she going to maybe heaven.
Yes.
I hope. So she also one time visit Pangon Lake with me. That is her last visit, India visit. She came several times to India, Himalaya, but that is the final tour to visit Pangon Lake. Very beautiful. So we stay 2 nights seashore, lake shore.
Yeah.
And she maybe going to heaven.
Yes.
With Pangon Lake scenery.
Yes. And you have any children?
I have 3 children, two daughters, and last one is a boy. Three children. Of course, 3 already married, and 2 daughters living in near Nagoya city, about one hour by car. So, so they come sometime. But my son living in Sapporo. Once a year, he tried to come to Nagoya.
Yeah.
But unfortunately now, depend on the corona trouble, children come to my senior house only 20 minutes, just talking. No take tea, everything, just talking.
Because they are not allowed. No allowed.
No coffee, no tea, just talking, and 20 minutes, senior house staff come to the room, kong, 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 please, you go out. So, if my son come to Nagoya from Sapporo, about two hours, everything, but only 20 minutes. So I'm say to him, don't come to Nagoya. I go to Sapporo.
But from a senior house, you can travel anywhere. You can go anywhere you like from senior house.
Senior house?
You are free.
About 40 senior people living with together. But only 5%, only 5% can go out by themselves. Other senior peoples cannot move by themselves. Supporter is necessary, and half of the senior members using the chair. So difficult to go out by own power. That is the trouble. Every year, go down. First stick, then support chair, then chair, and then it is very difficult to stand up by own power. So some support is necessary. And then going down to take food is also difficult. Someone to like this one. But depend on the medical technique is increasing higher. They don't go to heaven. Very long.
Yes.
Such kind of senior house is increasing in Japan. Too many. Yeah. Nearly 100 years old people also sitting in the house. And breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some tea in the afternoon. All members gathered to the dining room. And that is only one entertainment for everybody. So everybody come to the dining room at least 1 hour before, waiting. But they enjoy.
But then you are fit. You are going to Ladakh. You are very fit.
Yeah, my case is very dear. So I should to apply to my senior house, go out from senior house and going to abroad in India. That is a senior house side, very much afraid to go out from Japan. So the our senior house center in Tokyo. So the chief of Nagoya senior house asked to the Tokyo center and some discussion. So and finally I got permission, but that is one I should to record blood pressure and temperature, and also everything to the list. Now I'm in the computer. So when I come back to Japan, I show the list to my chief of our senior house. That is one of how to say promising to
condition.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, now what about Japanese mountaineers? You must have met many.
In Japanese mountaineer,
yes. Whom do you met?
Increase year and year, but such kind of active climber is very down. Only few group can go to the difficult route, difficult peaks in outside of Japan, and most mountaineer just enjoy the walking in the Japanese Alps. So there are many small house on the mountain that is year and year going to very good facility. For example, taking shower and individual house. So that is and food is also very luxury, carrying by helicopter. So just like same meal in the city side. That is enjoying of the daily life as much as same in daily life in city. That is young people is two group. One group is just going to the difficult route, very few. But the other one is going to enjoy the take picture, flower and scenery and take something, that's all. So I think another one is artificial climbing. Also, for the Olympic game, and artificial climbing is one of the items of the Olympic. So everybody, young people, want to get a prize, the climbing. So climbing is a very separate mountaineering, no tent, just climbing. So that is I think that is not mountaineering. That is the only climbing. But so hard climber and only artificial climbing and many mountaineering enjoy the just like tourism, mountaineering tourism. I think that kind of tendency is continue to the future.
They do not come to high mountains, Karakoram, India, they don't come?
Because India, everybody interested in India, Himalaya, but one difficulty is permission. For foreigners, apply the IMF and get the permission, then apply X visa, we call X visa, mountaineering visa is definitely necessary to climb in India. That is very difficult. IMF arranged the application, send it to Home Minister something in India, but the result do not come urgently. 6 months, at least 3 months, 3-4 months. So in our case, we applied in January. In March, we push IMF. IMF sent first week of March the document to send to the Home Ministry. If so, please wait. And finally, the end of the May, no reply. So we come to India as a tourist visa and discuss to the IMF office, and please issue the special permit. But IMF is very much afraid to issue the special permit. So we can shift to open peak. Such kind of formality is very difficult to get to prepare the mountaineering coming to India. So everybody want to not to come India, to Nepal. Nepal very easy. There are so many trekking agents. They are well organized from Japan. Just personal equipment. That's all. Everything is prepared in Kathmandu. So very easy. So just enjoy the Himalayan mountains. People are going to Nepal. So in India is now IMF said maybe around 114 peaks open for foreigners towards 2025. That UIAA meeting will be held in Ladakh, Leh. That is one chance. So, and nowadays IMF Leh office is opened, and one of the in charge, Miss or Mrs. Redis, she is very kindly advised to come to Ladakh area and immediately issue the permit. Yes. So can you say Bentok area and Lupushu area? That's all. But she is from 23rd next year maybe open more and more. Just yesterday I received from Professor Case Goffin. He was climbed in the Longdo Valley several times. She started Leh to the Hundar area, the Nubra Valley. He got special permit from the IMF office. So maybe in near future, India is open for foreigners. Many peaks other than now 210 is only open peak by the IMF homepage, but plus 114 peaks open for foreigners. So I hope in future a little easier than today to get permission.
Now, what is happening in Pakistan? Karakoram easy?
Pakistan also difficult situation. Yeah, because many years, 5-6 years, no expedition to Pakistan. So just like high altitude porter in Pakistan stop their work. There is now very few supporter.
Yeah.
So once someone go to Pakistan, climbing by themselves, no supporter.
No supporter.
So it is another problem for climber who visited Pakistan.
Mr. Ogata is still climbing? Ogata-san.
Ogata-san?
Still climbing?
I don't know.
No. And
so everybody now stop to go to Pakistan.
Oh.
And Nepal is very easy, and India is a little difficult, but Pakistan is more difficult. So for easy going to Nepal.
So now what are your future plans? What are you going to do now? After Meerut, you come back to India?
Hello?
What is your future plan in 2023? What will you do?
2023? I myself a little bit difficult come to India and go to Leh. Stayed in several days in Leh is very difficult for my high age. But young people don't so much afraid the high altitude disease in their city. 3-4 days stay in there, that's enough to acclimatize. So maybe in near future, young people come to India. But once again, I said the permission is now very difficult situation to get permission from the Indian office. So it should to issue at least 3 months in the apply. Then within 3 months, the result inform to the party, yes or not. So if so, everybody want to come to India, because in India there are many travel agents well organized. For example, in Delhi, Shikar Travel also good enough arrangement, everything. And in Ladakh, Demo Expedition and other well organized travel agent in there is many. So, but nowadays, almost travel agent in there shut the door. No guest. I just visited Remo Expedition. I met Mrs. Remo. She said, nowadays no guest. And Remo Expedition make big building to the near to the Cardonra as a hotel and equipment store. But now nothing work.
Nobody there.
Very huge, four story, just a hotel, and ground floor, too many equipment for mountaineering equipment. But nowadays no. So it is a great loss of the travel agent, not only travel agent, but also the citizen of there is also great loss. No money, no job, something like that.
And have you met any other mountaineers? Did you meet any big mountaineer? Chris Bonington, Messner? Did you meet? Did you meet Chris Bonington? Or did you meet Messner? Met?
For me? So if I if I have stamina more and health condition is good, I come to India and visit Ladakh area as many as possible. Going to chair also.
So anyway, then I hope you succeed. You come many times here. I hope you keep good health and come to Ladakh. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Very, very kind of you.
Okay, thank you.
Wish you all the good health and everything well. Yeah.
And one of my advantage in India, just like you and Muni-san, and in Kolkata, many good friends. That is my treasure. So I come again just to meet and each other. It's enough for me.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.